I wish I had a sugar daddy
Honestly, I was gonna tell you today to let me have one.
to let you have one. You're gonna ask for my permission.
Well, he'd have to be yours too, kind of, I guess.
What does that mean?
Well, because I don't want to leave you. I like you too much.
So,
But I want a sugar daddy so I don't ever have to work again. I really thought about quitting YouTube today.
why?
I don't know, some days you just feel like quitting.
I feel like everyone has that about quitting their life.
Yeah, exactly.
No one fucking hates that shit. But then you think about it and you go, you know what? I get to read books for a living, and some people gotta fucking shovel horse shit.
Yeah, I have a better job than others, but still, some days I'm just like, what if I just didn't do this anymore? But I don't want to do anything else. I just want to have a sugar daddy.
Do you think you would get bored though?
Yeah, but then I could do this for fun and not be like, I need to post 2 to 3 times a week. I need to reply to every comment, even the ones that anger me, because
I think, even though I stress myself out probably more than you would stress yourself out about YouTube and stuff, but I feel like that's the part that makes fun. The grind and like the stressful part is what makes it like rewarding when like something does good.
I still want, but like things can do good without me fucking stressing about income and making money.
Yeah, but if it always did good, would it be as like satisfying?
No, we're not talking about the same thing.
What are you talking about?
I just don't want to have the pressure of having to make a full-time income off of it. I just want to do it when I want to do it.
But if it was that easy, would you do it still?
Well, it's for fun. It's not easy. It's just not pressured. This is going to be one of those moments where everyone is like, Nick and Cassidy are talking about 2 different things.
My parents do this all the time and it drives me insane. They're literally arguing about the same thing. They're literally saying the same thing. They're agreeing on the same thing, but they're arguing about...
No, it's not that we do that. The problem is I'm talking about something, and all of a sudden you're talking about something completely different, but you're arguing with me, and I'm just like, what do you mean? That's not what I'm saying. And then I re-explain it, and you're like, yeah, that's what I said. And I'm like, no, we're talking about 2 different things.
You're saying you don't want to work because it's stressful.
No, I'm just saying I don't want to have to do it, like, constantly. I just want to do it when I want to do it. Like, it is so that it's less stressful, because I don't have to, like, be thinking.
But if you weren't making money or, like, it wasn't your career or anything, would you do it? Like, if it was just strictly for fun, would you actually do it?
Yeah, if I had a sugar daddy.
I don't think you would. I don't think a lot of the things I would do if it was strictly for... Well, I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm not you.
Yeah.
And I'm not money orientated.
That's fair.
I'm not in BookTube for the money in the first place. It's
I'm not
shit
in
ass
it for the
money
either. I think it's like, I mean, yes, it'd be fun to make it my career because like I enjoy doing it. I guess I would still do it. Like I'd play hockey and stuff for not to make money, but I just feel like combining them both makes it more fun. It like gives you like a grind.
I don't want to grind. I hate the grind.
Cassidy hates doing anything.
I want to spend my 9 to 5 loafing in my bed.
No. My life would be over at that point if I had nothing to work for.
Yeah, you. Not me.
No, I think what I'm saying is I think you would get depressed after a while too.
That's
think
fair.
You would have nothing to like.
Well, I'm still doing these things, but just when I want to do it. I don't want to feel like I have to wake up at fucking 9 a.m. every day to record my video, edit my video, read 18 books, get my vlog out, to then have people commenting angry things.
If the money just showed up in your bank account every day, regardless of what you did, do you think you would still have a satisfied, fulfilled life?
Yes. Yes, I would.
I don't think
I don't care
you would.
about the money.
Yeah, but what would you do then?
Like, the views are nice. I like the views.
What are you going to do with your life?
Exactly what I'm doing. Just no pressure. Just do it when I want to do.
I think it would wean off and you would just stop doing it.
Then I would stop doing it because I didn't want to do it anymore and I'd do
then
something
you would
else.
have no purpose. What would be your newfound purpose?
Color talk? I love coloring.
Cassie made me color a pig on a police car yesterday.
I didn't make you color that
and it turned
one.
out fucking good.
This man gaslights me so
color.
much because he'll be like, I hate this, it's so ugly. I'll be like, no, it looks cute, and you'll be like, you're lying to me. And then the next fucking hour we're gonna be like, I'm the best artist, I'm incredible.
Yeah, I have self-doubt issues. And then once I like, I don't know, what's the word for that? Where you like really believe in something you did and the next minute you absolutely hate it and then you think it's the worst ever. Because that happens like, put me on a 15-minute cycle because every 15 minutes, I'll either love it or I'll hate it.
I'm also to that extent where I love something, but then I hate it for the rest of my life afterwards. I only love it for about 24 hours, and then it's gone, and it's looked up forever.
And then I'll make something like a video or something, and I won't stop watching it or looking at whatever I did because I'm just like obsessed about quote unquote how good it is, and then all of a sudden I'll just start to hate it.
Valid.
But then I'll look back at it in like a year's time, like, you know what, that was actually pretty good. And then
are you just eating ice while we're filming this?
I was going to, but then I thought it would crunch too much. Like this cucumber.
That was a good crunch.
Okay.
I know so many people hate it, but I actually love like watching like eating talks. Like the sound of that crunching right now, like that's good. I like that.
I hate the sound of people eating. If I'm not eating, people are eating around me, it drives me insane.
I know it does.
But speaking of cucumbers, Lion and Destiny, if you're watching this, I'm just calling
Turn
you
it
guys
off.
out. I don't understand people that say they hate foods without even trying it. Even some like
Stop.
even some like food things, like I just don't get how people are like that stuck on hating something. Like, sure, okay, I don't know how to explain
As
this.
someone who hates things.
No, I don't
Feel
really
called
hate
out.
anything.
I hate things. I said I feel called out.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Because, like, I don't know. I just feel like it's like, I understand if you don't like something, you don't cook with it, or you don't, like, do anything with it. That's fine. You're not going to eat it. But, like, if you go to someone's house and Cassidy doesn't like corn, they put corn in it, why don't you just eat it the one time? Like, it's not that bad. Like, I don't like shrimp, but if it was cooked with something, I would still eat it that one time.
No, the texture makes me want to barf.
Like, I just feel like
But why?
Just come on for like.
But
once
also, why? Like,
it.
I'm never offended if someone comes over and they're like, "I don't like carrots. I don't eat my carrots." Why the fuck do I care?
But just
why are you
eat
so
it
offended?
For the one time.
No, why? Why would I make
because
someone
they just
do something?
Made you food.
But it's not offensive.
And
honestly,
also,
before I cook for people, this is the thing. This is very different. Before I cook for anyone, I'm asking them what they like and what they don't like. Because why would I want to make you food you don't like? That's just like, why would I do that to you?
I get it, but if you went somewhere and like you didn't know or you weren't expecting to be there and like they made something and it's got a little bit of corn in it,
I'm just gonna pick around the corn.
That's fair too. But
Most of the
some people will not even touch it.
Yeah, but
like that. Okay, I mean more on that. Like some people won't even touch it.
Also, why didn't they ask? I don't know. I think it goes both ways. I think like, why didn't they just ask the person if they like these things? I've never made something for someone and not been like, "Hey, do you like these ingredients?"
But some people are just so. I don't know.
Why would I ever make someone do something they don't like, eat something they don't like? Like, I don't understand the want to make someone suffer.
They're not suffering though. Like it's not. No one's holding a gun to your head. You're like, just eat the fucking thing. Like,
or just don't eat it.
Some people won't even like.
Would you rather be you eating mashed potatoes and puking at the table?
I eat them still.
Yeah, but would you rather me sit at that person's table, eat the thing, and then just puke it up?
I eat mashed potatoes once a year for like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but you puked it out one time.
Oh, when I was a child, I puked mashed potatoes out consistently.
That's what I was saying.
But if it gets made once a year, I'll just eat it because it's there and that's what's for dinner.
No, there's 7 other things. Just don't take the mashed potatoes.
No, I'll eat the mashed
because I don't want to see you puke at the table.
No, I'll puke behind doors.
Why would you do that to yourself?
No, but also I can I'm also a grown adult that I can say like, okay, I can just eat a little bit of this and I'll be fine. It's not that bad.
Or you're a grown adult that can just not pick it.
Or just grow up and eat the fucking thing for
I'm
one
never
time.
gonna notice that you didn't put mashed potatoes on your plate. I also don't care that you didn't eat the mashed potatoes.
Your family's different though because they make a million things. My family, it's like
well,
you're eating mashed potatoes and that's it.
But here's the thing: I just grew up in my family. If I didn't like something, I just made myself dinner. That's how my parents and me work. My mom still makes food that I don't like, and she just tells me what it is, and I just tell her, "Okay, don't cook for me."
Sorry, Wendy, if you see this, but if a single grain of rice falls on Cassidy's mom's she hates rice. So if a single grain of rice touches something, she won't eat her entire dish. Which is kind of crazy. I'm sorry, Wendy, but but that's just to add on to this. I just it's not that crazy. That's not infiltrating the rest of your plate.
I agree that one's a little insane.
But it's
also,
all kind of the same thing.
No, because
Like, just
you don't have to
fucking
eat
eat the thing one time.
No, or just don't eat it. But I mean, I don't think the one single grain is contaminating your entire beef. You just scoop it the one grain out. But like, I'm not eating fucking mushy carrots. I don't care. Gun to my head, I'm still telling you to just fucking kill me.
Okay, that's aggressive. You would die before eating a carrot.
A mushy one, yeah.
Okay, that's a lie. That's just not true.
But like, also, I did just see my mom bite into a burrito that had rice in it, and literally her just like everywhere on top of the burrito.
Like I just feel like that's just so unnecessary.
You puked after eating mashed potatoes at the table
when I was like 8.
Yeah,
not your mom's 40. Your mom's almost 50, bro. I think. Like, yes, it's horrible, but there's a difference. I was 6 years old. I wasn't 50. Like, it's like.
That's what it makes me feel like when I eat those things. Like, I just want to throw up. Like, it's so disgusting.
Okay, well, Landon, for this whole time, he told us he didn't like watermelon. It was the nastiest thing, and he hadn't even tried it.
Yeah,
like, that's insane. Like, you can't tell me you don't
those
like
are
something.
Things, though, I do agree. I try everything. I still technically try carrots, corns, and peas regularly, just in case I like them.
But that's what I mean. Like, you'll still eat it every now and then. Like, you're not like...
No, but I'm not eating it. It's still a pretty hard no. Sometimes I'll just like, I'll take a little bite. Most of the time I spit it back out. You don't care though. You don't have any like, you just feel so like mid about everything. Like you don't have a like and dislike. Like I've learned that about you. Like yes, I love and hate things.
No, that's not true at all. I have likes and dislikes, but you only have 2 levels. Either in your brain, when someone tells you like, oh, I didn't mind that, that's like a 5 out of 10. That's like, I would eat it again. But you, that's like, you're like, you either have like someone will eat it again or never eat it again. You have no middle
I literally exist in the middle scale for most of my food.
No, like I'll tell Cassidy that something was decent. She'd be like, "Oh, you didn't like it. You said it was okay,
but you didn't like it."
No, but that's
okay.
That's what I mean. You have no middle scale.
No. I have this. I came to an epiphany when I was with my friends, and I actually have not been saying people didn't like things. I've been saying people didn't prefer things, because when I say you didn't like it, I don't mean you disliked it. I mean you didn't like it, not that you disliked it. So that's your neutral ground. You didn't like it. I'm not saying you disliked it. You didn't like it. So you're taking that as me saying you disliked things.
I feel like if I had to make a scale, like 10 out of 10 is like I absolutely like loved it. It was the best thing ever, and like 7 was like you liked it, and like 5 is like it was like decent. I would eat it again. Like I liked it enough to eat it again, and then like below it starts going down. Like 0, I would never eat it again. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Or am I just?
I agree with you.
I don't.
But I've been trying to say that you didn't prefer something, because I really realized that in my brain, I will always say that someone didn't like something, and everybody takes it as I mean that they dislike it.
That's fair.
I mean, you don't like Taylor Swift in terms of you don't prefer Taylor Swift. Not that you dislike her.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. You don't like something, you don't prefer it.
It's not my like go-to.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is like probably like a 5 out of 10. Because it's
like not that you disliked it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is why you always think I'm black and white, but it's not that. You just don't understand what I'm meaning.
You're a complicated woman.
I am complicated.
That's why
I need a fucking sugar daddy at this point, so that I can
too.
Have a chef cook me everything I want to eat.
If I approved a sugar daddy, what does that entail?
I'm assuming there'll have to be some sucky in my future.
Okay. What do I get out of this deal? Like, what's my cut of this? Because I need to be compensated for this.
Well,
that was kind of an insane.
I don't know what's mine is yours.
And
you can also be sucking.
What the fuck, Cassidy? I mean, for $1 million, I would do some things.
I'm pretty sure I called myself. It's an illegal thing, really.
$1 million?
Oh,
Both hands.
I'm getting hot.
Wait, what?
I'm embarrassed.
Shit. Ugh.
What? I don't know.
Do you ever want to message one of those sugar daddies back on Instagram?
I have before.
Did you get anything out of
No,
them?
they're just fucking bots most of the time.
I always thought about messaging one back and trying to fucking get some shit out of them. I don't know how, but I'm trying to finesse them somehow where they send me money.
It's like a real
Is
thing,
that
though.
would that be illegal
I
for
think,
me to finesse them, even though they're trying to like?
well, I think technically you can't, like, get paid. Like, you can't be a prostitute.
No, but it's legal.
But
Isn't prostitution legal?
in some places it's not.
But
It should be legal.
what if I'm not sucking them off? Like he just paid me money. I don't know. What does a sugar daddy even do? Is that what the definition is? They just give you money so you bang them?
I'm pretty sure that's a prostitute.
So is a sugar daddy a nice way of saying?
Most of the time people just talk about sugar daddies when they're in a relationship and, like, the woman does nothing and, like, the guy just pays for everything.
Yeah, so that he can bang her.
But, like, they're in a relationship typically. Otherwise, it's like prostitution, or like escorts are a thing too, which is essentially prostitution without the prostitution.
And why does sugar daddies message me sometimes? That's kind of weird, no?
You can be a sugar baby too. Guys like guys as well as girls.
Yeah, but fucking hell.
You can also have a sugar mama. Not gonna be me.
You can have a sugar dad, I'll have a sugar mom, and then we'll
No,
money
I'm not
up.
good at sharing, but I feel like you are.
That's just not fair. That's just speaking of sugar daddy, like weird, like I don't know, Instagram weirdos. Do you think that you're ever gonna have, like, with your fame that you're getting now? Not really fame. Well, you're popular now. Fame wasn't a good word, but you're like, I mean, kind of.
Lexi
People
calls me
recognize
famous
you.
all the time.
People recognize you, and people message you a lot.
I'm an E-list celebrity.
An
I don't even think
E-list.
E exists.
Do you know what I'm saying? You're still,
I know what you mean.
you have influence. You're not
Yeah.
famous, but you
I'm
have,
an influencer.
but you have people that look up to you and people that follow you
Yes.
a lot. Do you? I don't even know what I was gonna ask now. Do you think that? Does it ever scare you that you're gonna have like a stalker?
I had one.
Because
We're just gonna glaze
No,
over
okay,
my
wait.
stalker past.
okay,
I mean, I don't feel like he was a real stalker, but he
okay,
stalked
well,
my social media accounts.
yeah. Okay, wait, we'll come back, Kate. Because the only thing is, I feel like sometimes I don't want to do this because I feel like I'm gonna have a stalker
I don't-
eventually, and then I'm like, how am I gonna deal with that?
I don't think I'll ever be big enough to get a stalker. I don't think BookTube is gonna bring me a stalker.
But also, do you think it's just like luck of the draw, or do you think it's just like,
I think that
or
sometimes
do you think it's just fucking one day you just some crazy weirdo just latches on?
I think it's both.
Like
Versus
statistically, if you have more followers, there's a higher odds you're gonna get one. But like, or is it just like?
I think there's like some odds to it, but also I just think the more that the public cares about you, the more you're in the public eye, the more likely it is for someone to also get obsessed, because people tend to care about things that other people care about.
Care what? Care about other people?
People tend to care about things that other people care about.
I don't get it.
You like Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I see you like Donkey Kong. Therefore, I like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, but that's not a stalker. Am I wrong?
Process the whole sentence, Nicholas.
I did.
I said the bigger you get,
Yeah.
the more other people get obsessed with you.
Yeah.
So the more likely other people are to get even more obsessed with you. You like Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
So I think, oh, Taylor Swift is cool, but I'm creepy and obsessive. And so the more people that like Taylor Swift, the more I really, really like Taylor Swift. And the more obsessed I get with Taylor Swift. Like hype. And then that leads to more of these things. Sorry, Donkey Kong didn't work, but Taylor Swift always comes in clutch.
But that's still not really...
I'm saying that leads you. Your question.
Yeah, you're saying that more people, you might get more stalkers because it just like inflates the market.
Yes, remember the base question.
But what if?
Like, there's obviously the possibility of it happening to anybody. There's a possibility of it happening to me when I work somewhere, though. Like, work at the bar, and someone can just become obsessed with me and stalk me all the time.
Is there something more about internet stalkers versus like?
Well, I think that there's the parasocial relationship that really happens with a lot of people.
Define.
When, like, I'm putting myself on the internet so people feel like they know me, but I don't know them. And I feel like that is a really big relationship that happens on the internet where, like, even sometimes I have people comment in my comments and they'll talk to me like I know their entire life. And I was like, I pay attention to who's commenting on my videos. I'm not that big. And I'm like, I don't even fucking know who you are. And you're telling me that I should be sad because
David sucked his toe.
Yeah.
On Twitch.
And so, like, there is a parasocial relationship. So I think also with internet stalkers, that parasocial relationship really comes in handy where, like, Kevin feels like he's been with you this entire time. Kevin feels like he's your boyfriend because he's kissing you when you're on the YouTube video.
I love Kevin. But
Kevin can be my sugar daddy.
Do you think that... do you think that... But there's... Okay, here's another question. Do you think that there's more of a dynamic or something that, like... Is that what triggers people on the internet to be more likely to be a stalker? Is that, like, they feel like they know you more?
I think so.
Or is it just you're inherently wired to be a... Like, you don't have social boundaries? Like, the person that's, like, an internet, quote-unquote, internet stalker versus, like, the same person stalk someone at the bar? Or do they just feel more connected? Like,
well...
Do you know what I'm trying... Okay, wait. Let me rephrase this. Like, person A is going to stalk someone regardless if it's at the bar or on the internet. Or are you more likely to be an internet stalker only because... And only an internet stalker, like, you only stalk someone on the internet and not at the bar because you feel like you're connected more?
I think both of those are very legitimate.
Or are they just
situations.
too, like...
I answered.
You do not know these droids. Cassie's never gonna watch Star Wars.
What the fuck? I watched Star Wars before you probably watched Star Wars.
I thought you haven't watched Star Wars.
I don't know. You think this every time.
Who am I thinking that hasn't watched Star Wars?
You think that I live in the house with my father.
That's a true statement.
And I've never seen Star Wars?
That's a true statement. Okay, tell me how you had a stalker one day.
I don't really remember the situation anymore, but I used to have, well, back in high school, does everyone remember Ask FM?
Oh, I love that shit. Ooh, people asked weird shit on that.
We had a guy who asked us, like, the weirdest shit.
Some people were so dumb on it, too, though. Like, they thought they were being so sneaky, asking, like, yeah, this is definitely, like, David asking this. Like, you can just tell it. This is fucking...
Fair. We had this person that would ask us all, like, our, like, group of friends these, like, weird things, and they obviously, like, they had a foot obsession. It might be Nick.
It's not me.
Thinking
I knew
back
that
on
was
it
coming.
now. And then as I started influencing, because, like, before I was on BookTube, I've been fucking doing this a long time. I had, like, makeup stuff. I was posting, like, pictures on, like, Instagram like I was an influencer, even though I wasn't. Like, a lot of bathing suit pictures are on my personal Instagram. A lot of butt pictures in my bathing suit. Because I don't got boobs. And I had this person who would, like, literally message me all the time. Just weird shit. And then I forget what he said one time.
No,
there was this whole thing.
I remember. Someone...
I could go get my phone, but...
He, like, knew everything about our lives. And
he'd
be like, is so-and-so still Are you still dating this person? Or is so-and-so from high school still... And we had no idea who this person was. Anonymous picture. Like, it was just a dead account.
Yeah.
But then we found...
I figured out who it was.
We figured out who it was because...
So I blocked them on everything.
They followed their own account or something. Like, their burner account that was, like... They weren't very smart. Their burner account followed their, like, own personal account. And then we, like... started going through them, and we found like pictures of them at the school or something.
I remember us trying to like look in our yearbooks. We found like a picture of that person. We were trying to like look in our yearbooks to figure out who it was. But I got like he knew like way too much shit about me. Like it was weird.
Like
he knew where I was sometimes,
but it was
not really knew where I was.
Like, I mean, it was mainly girls. He obviously had a thing with like because he did.
Yeah, it was like me, Destiny, and Sydney that he always talked about.
Like a few of the girls at the school that he somehow knew, but like he knew all the like side characters in Cassidy's life. Like he knew who I was. He knew who like
the side character. That's so cute.
He knew all these people, but he just and then he would just be like, and he would just message you like out of the blue, and then he would say like, I don't know, when he's like tell you that you like looked good or something was like, he'd just send you like random messages out of the blue.
Yeah, he'd compliment me randomly, or he'd comment on my pictures. Or send my pictures to me.
Yeah, that's what it was. He would send your pictures and be like, or with like
heart emojis and stuff like this, like heart eyes and stuff.
From like an anonymous account.
It was very creepy. But I mostly just laughed it off. I don't know. I worked at a bar. I was really used to like it's really interesting. We went golfing. We went to like the, what's it called?
Golf simulator?
No. Real.
Top Golf?
No, real. A driving range?
Golfing?
A driving range.
Okay.
Me, my sister, and my sister's roommate, and these guys started like talking to us, like kind of down to us, like we didn't know what we were doing, which we didn't know what we were doing, but also like we're just here to fucking hit some balls, like we're not trying to be professionals here. And like kind of like flirting a little bit. The way that it riled my sister and her roommate up, like they were like, we have to get out of here right now. And I was like, I'm gonna finish this. Like they were so uncomfortable. And I was just like talking to them. And they were like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I worked at a bar my entire life with like creepy old men hitting on me all the time. This just like doesn't even faze me.
Were they actually being creepy though, or is like
they were a little creepy.
Yeah, okay.
I was like little girls.
What?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
well,
just
that's
used
fair.
to it. I don't know.
That's fair. I feel like sometimes women just sometimes think that people are like, a guy says hi to them and like, oh, hey, I have a boyfriend.
I think it's
like
fair, but I also think like it's because like, you know how many times I've been to the bar and I told someone I have a boyfriend and they would just like keep.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're lying, but like, why do you think we're lying?
Where do you think like social awareness comes from? Because some people like that don't have social awareness. We just took an IQ test on stream, and some people have lower IQs than others, but some people don't have social awareness.
I don't
and like
think that social awareness
do you
and
think
IQ
that
go together, if that's what you're saying.
Well, kind of. I kind of think they do, because I don't think an IQ test really tests like everything and how smart you are, because it only tests like math and like patterns. We also
took a random IQ test online that's just
a
fun
it's probably
little
not like a
game
very
to
professional
do.
IQ test, but like, do you think that? I think social awareness is still part of your IQ and your like social intelligence.
I think that you're thinking. I know what you're saying, and I agree, but I also think that IQ is a different thing, and you can just test someone's mental capability. Like, there are people who are smarter using their IQ. You're talking about different things, so you think all-encompassing. That's what you want to talk about.
IQ is just how good your brain works, I guess.
But I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but like, the definition, the science of it is not everything. It's just how smart you are, but not how like socially smart you are. That doesn't matter.
But that's what I mean. That's still smarts in my brain.
Yes, but no one is saying that if you don't have a high IQ, you're stupid. That's not what that means.
I know, but it it should in a way. Like,
you want IQ to mean something it doesn't.
Maybe that's maybe.
Because IQ is your brain. It's how smart you are, like that way. Not how socially smart you are, how socially aware you are, how street smart you are. Like, there's all these other things that make up who someone is and their intelligence.
But I think your intelligence is still factors in how socially aware you are. How...
Wait.
What?
You're doing the thing again where
No, I'm not. You're saying that you think it's not, and I'm saying that I think it is.
No.
What?
I'm saying that their IQ means something else, but that I agree with you about the whole encompassing thing. But you keep saying that that's what IQ is. But IQ is different than the whole encompassing
No, I'm
thing.
not saying it is, but I'm saying I think it should be. I'm so confused. Maybe I do have a low IQ.
Like, yes, I agree that when someone's smart, their intelligence is everything. But when you're testing your IQ, you're testing just your brain, their math
Doesn't
skills.
IQ stand for intelligence test?
Where's the Q?
Intelligence quiz.
Yes, it probably
That's
is that,
right.
but I'm trying to use a word for you to like help make them separate things. Because they are
agree.
separate.
Okay, yes. So like I understand that they're probably separate, but well, I guess my point is that they shouldn't be, and I think that they are.
I feel like I don't know how to re-explain this, but like I'm trying to say that they're different, but they also come together to make a whole thing. Let's say you're smarts. They all come together.
Okay, you're saying like book smart, street smarts makes total smarts.
Yes.
And you're saying book smarts is only IQ smarts.
Sure, yeah.
And street smarts is street smarts.
Yeah.
And they build the Grandmaster.
Yeah, so I agree about the Grandmaster.
But I just think that this should be all of it.
But
it's not.
But food, you still have vegetables and fruit and stuff that make up your dinner. Like, there can have little elements of things.
Yeah, but it's still food. It still goes in my belly.
Yeah, it still goes into your encompassing smarts.
So why does it even matter? It's food.
Because it makes things easier for people to relate to things, to understand things.
Yeah, but I just feel like, no, but that's different. Because food categories and... There's no such thing as smartness categories. No one... Who do you talk to down the street? They're like, oh yeah, that's a fruit and that's a vegetable. But you ask the same person, what's the difference between
I don't know, I talk
regular
to people,
smarts and IQ smarts?
We talk about street smarts versus book smarts all the time. That's a valid thing I've heard a million times.
Kind of. I mean, yes, absolutely, but...
They got very dark in these cameras. Oops, the sun.
I fucking want to take this...
Okay, but was this going somewhere before I derailed us into trying to explain with the metaphors that then derailed us even more?
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Your IQ test. I love that you hate other people chewing, but you're just chewing right into the microphone.
Yeah, because you got me nervous now. I'm getting hot because you made me feel dumb.
You're not dumb. I love you.
I am. I have a low IQ.
No, you got street smarts.
But I have social awareness.
That's what we were talking. I think you were.
And a
talking
lot of
about
people don't.
Yes, a lot of people do not.
Oh, I think we were talking about how just stalkers don't have social awareness, probably. I don't know. It was kind of a tangent with the IQ thing, but it kind of was related to the social awareness, stalkerness. I don't think there's anything else on that.
That was
I just believe.
This might not end well.
I don't know.
I don't know where you're going with the end of it. Like, I think you were asking me a question about like social awareness versus IQ, but then
I don't remember, to be Anne Frank.
Because I think you wanted to talk about how there's the different types and they should all equal your smarts. But then you want to talk about how there's not different types.
I don't remember.
Well then. Is it a sheep or is it a bunny?
Are we gonna put a picture of the bunny on the thing?
No, that's cruel. I've already outed her enough.
Do you think social media is do you think social media is mentally maturity stunting? Context? I don't know. I saw... Do you know who Valkyrie and Pokemon is?
No.
They're big Twitch streamers. They were talking about...
I only know Sim streamers.
I'm pretty sure they play Sims. They're just talking about how
you watch a lot of Twitch streamers.
You say I know a lot of Twitch streamers?
You watch a lot. Or you just know
No,
them.
I just know a lot about, like, internet.
But not my side of
culture.
the internet, so it's
Well,
very different.
It's because I don't feel like there's not a ton of like booktubers in like that huge like internet culture area. Like there's not like a ton of booktubers that are like the same size of like
You just
Logan
like a certain
Pauls.
type of.
No.
You like the like viral like the big boys.
No, because Pokimane and Valkyrie, they're not like. I mean, they're big female streamers, but they're not like. They're not nowhere near like the Logan Pauls, the Kai Cenats, the.
But they're still big. Sorry, a tangent. Keep going.
But anyways, they were talking about how they feel that social media really like stunts maturity because like all of them are like. I don't know. They said they all feel like kids still, and they're older. I would say they're a little bit older than us. They're probably like mid-30s. And like none of them, and most social media people, I feel like have no desire to like really have families or do anything, or like they just feel more like.
I don't know. It's so
if...
hard because like I live on a different side of the internet than you, where I watch huge family vloggers.
That's fair.
Like it I think it's very dependent on who you are, but I also just think our generation as a whole is different. Like even going back to like some movies, when you watch movies from 20 years ago with 40-year-olds in them, they look like grandparents. They are wearing the ugliest, like they make them look like our grandparents look like. Like they look old. When you watch movies with 40-year-olds now, they're wearing more trendy clothes, their hair is done, their makeup is done. Like 40 does not look like a grandparent anymore.
Yeah, kids I feel like are smarter and just look like.
I think just generationally we've changed, we've grown. We no longer think 40 is the end of our lives.
I don't know if anyone thought 40 was the end of their life.
A lot of people thought 40 was old for a long time. Like, I mean, we didn't live that long for a long time.
That's true.
And so I think we're at an age where like 20 is the new teenager, 40 is the new 30, like because we're doing things later in life more and more and more. Families are starting more at 35 instead of my parents' age, which was a lot closer to like 26. Which like yes, there are still people having kids and stuff now. There are people still starting families, but a lot of people are holding out. You can't buy a house, which means you don't want to start your family because the economy, like the housing market, is way too expensive. Houses are more money than they've ever been, and most people don't want to have children while they're living in their parents' basements. Like
that's valid.
So like you have to save up more. You have to live at home longer. Like even back, I feel like when we were kids, like people who talked about living with their parents still at like 25, it was like shamed on you. I'm now fucking 27, and I don't think I've never felt shame for it. Because people are like, yeah, it's a smart thing to do. Like, I just feel like our generation has moved to a different point in our lives than previous generations.
That's valid. I guess I should have came in with a little more. I should have rewatched the clip before I talked about it because I don't entirely remember their points on it. But I do feel like social media people are wired different, regardless of what that is.
I guess I don't think that my thoughts on family or like unquote, kids has anything to do with my social media, though.
But still, maybe not even kids, but like a lot of our generation that a lot of people don't even have like I don't know if you want to call it getting married or even like partners. Is that just people are like dedicated to their grind and they're just like not focused on that, or are they? Is it just this, like you said again, like our society, like our generation just doesn't really care for that stuff anymore? Or is it
I think that societal norms have just changed, especially like being a female. Like 20 years ago, you were still told that your fucking life dream should be having kids. That I should marry a man. I mean, my parents never told me this, but like society-wise, like that was still a big thing. Marry a man, have kids, take care of the kid. Like that is your life purpose. That's not for like, I feel like it's very much changed. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's just society and our generation feeling very different than a lot of other generations. But that's also just based on how we grew up and things that changed. And maybe the internet has helped that along. I don't think we're mature. I actually think the opposite. And I don't think our generation is stunted. I think it's developed more to the fact that we can see past the like stigmas around these things. That like, you can do other things. You can live your life how you want to live. You don't have to feel these things.
Yeah. I also feel like, I don't know. I feel like quote unquote regular jobs kills a lot of creativity, which is you have more creativity as a child. So maybe that's like
Fair, yeah.
people feel more, and that's just my opinion, that I don't know, when you're put in a monotonous situation, like every single day you're doing the same thing every single day, aka going to a job, you don't use the rest of your brain as much as you should be, and you don't touch those creative parts anymore. So maybe like those people lose that creative side, which is sometimes I think in younger people.
Yeah, I think in younger people it's definitely like more seen to do. Like people are like, that's a normal thing. But I don't think it would matter. I don't think I could work a day job and not come home and do something creative at the end of the night. Like I love doing random shit
Or is
like
it
that.
just a personality thing that we just like to do creative things and stretch our and like try different things?
I think it's a bit of both,
Or,
truly. But the other thing I was gonna say is that I think the reason too, I don't think that necessarily all of these things are brand new, but I think so. Oh God, it's getting real dark. Sorry, people. That one you can't see shit, but you can still see a little bit in that one. Should I turn them up, or just let it?
Or yeah.
Don't let me forget what I.
These might you have to.
I know.
No.
Okay. What I was saying, I don't think necessarily also that these things are like brand new things, but I think it's like people talking about how our world is more worse or more evil now. I don't think that's ever the case. We just weren't aware of these things. So I feel like there was always people who felt the way we felt, but social media makes it easier for like-minded people to get together.
That's fair. I agree. I can definitely tell though, like myself, like going to, I don't know, after a day at work, my creativity and everything is just absolutely killed. Maybe that's just me, but
I know it is.
and I feel like after years of it, it's gotten worse too. Like I feel like,
oh my gosh, we're gonna have to wrap this up because now we're just shadows.
we can end.
I was just gonna say I don't know how that deals with. I agree with what you're saying about yourself, but I'm confused how that has anything to do with social media stunting our growth.
I just explained how going to work kills creativity, and creativity is in younger people. So people that do social media use their creative brain more, so maybe they appear to be younger because of.
Okay. It just
Does
felt
that
very.
not make sense?
That aspect, yes, but then you were just like, it just stunts my thing, and it just felt very random at the end of that. That's all. Sorry that I didn't know you were relating it back to that further discussion before.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe I didn't explain that right. Sometimes it makes sense in my head, and it doesn't.
No,
it
made sense, but it just not with what I had just said, I guess. So then I was confused. That's all.
That's fair.
But that's.
I don't know. Hopefully that made sense. I gotta pee really badly.
Also, we're shadows.
Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully I made sense.
You did make sense. Why are you thinking that you didn't?